The last episode joke we've done multiple times.
Really now?
Yes.
I have the feeling that something in the back of our minds repeatedly tells us, stop it, guys, stop it while you're still on top. But you know what we are not going to do?
What?
Stop it! Hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast, ANY and Keyframe Wonder About Random Dribble. And today with us, the guest we had, I believe, the longest scheduled appearance for. I believe not even the Dom was that long in advance. Now was he?
No.
No. But he is back. Canned Cream. Do you?
Anyways.
Nice having you back.
No, I'm going to spend this entire podcast just saying nothing.
Oh, perfect.
Just this, like an hour.
No, we just take a screenshot of that and put it in the corner.
No,
maybe
to give a little bit of embarrassing backstory. Why does this require so much planning? Well, Mr. Canned Cream over there is living in the 90s of internet, or in the 2019s. I mean, now that net neutrality is gone, his internet connection is probably going to be the new standard for all Americans. Yeah, there are literally only 2 days a month he can afford being on a live video podcast. Otherwise he
burns through data.
Yes. This sounds like a 90s data plan. It's amazing. But yeah, welcome back. In case somebody missed your first appearance or tuned in for the first time or whatever. Who are you, what do you do, and why should we care?
My name is Canned Cream. I used to have an MLP analysis channel back on YouTube, kind of around 2012 to 2015 sort of time frame. It's been a couple of years now. I've basically done nothing of note since then. So I don't know why these two keep inviting me back.
It's actually a good question.
It's almost like
right?
we enjoy your presence.
Well, that's your fault.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
That should be your new catchphrase. Hi, I'm Canned Cream. It's your fault.
Oh, I love it.
It's your... Let me explain why.
I would have peacefully died and faded into obscurity, but no, some people keep bringing me up again.
I could have died and put my corpse inside one of the paper towel displays at Walmart, but no, I have to be on this podcast, so I might as well live longer.
Oh, well.
That was oddly specific.
But yeah, given that you don't do anything anymore, like YouTubing and stuff, what else is going on in your life? What have you been up to recently? I mean, whatever you feel.
By and large.
No, whatever you feel comfortable sharing.
By and large, it's mostly just work and the couple of games and anime I cycle through. I originally was going to share a game I've been playing recently for our media section, but then we got talking about Fallout, like right there at the end of the post show. And there's actually a YouTube channel I just recently discovered I kind of want to share now, called Oxhorn, OXHORN. And it's a guy who goes through and he does really detailed videos about Fallout lore, like talking about specific locations and like what happened in them and all that. I've only seen a handful of them, and they're generally like half an hour to an hour long, but they're surprisingly in depth and kind of cool. Don't always. He has from what I've seen in his videos, he has a weird tendency to make wild leaps of logic when like common sense would provide a much better answer. But he does make for very entertaining videos.
So game theory.
Game theory.
So are you already in? Did you just jump ahead into the media section, or what is happening right now?
I just jumped ahead into the
our
media
weeks weren't
section.
Interesting, apparently. So hi guys, welcome to the media section.
This is my show now.
No,
we're gonna keep talking about Fallout.
This is canned awkwardness with Canned Cream.
I have to deal with it. Wait, this is not how deal with it works.
One day it'll not be funny when you do that. And it's already starting.
Is that today?
Maybe.
I'm not even surprised that he has those glasses. I'd be more surprised if he didn't have those glasses.
He has them. He has them, and he keeps them by his desk. And he keeps those by his desk.
The next time you're at his place, break those for me.
No.
Please.
No, I want to have a place to stay when I'm over there, because if I do that, I legitimately
hide them.
believe he won't let me into his apartment anymore.
Hide them somewhere. Save him from himself.
I'm tempted to keep them on for the rest of the show.
Your fault. This is your fault.
kind of.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But yeah, I take it that there is literally not so much going on in your life you want to talk about if you already try to jump ahead to the media section.
Yeah, I already tried jumping. Other than, again, cycling through a couple of games, cycling through a couple of anime, I am finally getting caught up with all of the Marvel movies that I've missed over the years. But then they just keep making more, and I keep falling farther behind. It's like trying to. What's that? That old story? The guy who had to push the boulder up the hill, then every time we went to the top, it would roll back down.
Sisyphus. Whatever.
Yes, that is my life with Marvel movies.
I finally finished watching Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Hey, Infinity War's out.
What?
Right? It's more like, I finally saw Ant-Man. Like, Ant-Man the Wasp is out now.
How far back are you?
This is like an entire phase.
It's not that I'm that far back. It's that it's very spotty. Like, I've seen some... Like, the only ones outside of the new one, like Infinity War I haven't seen, Ant-Man the Wasp I haven't seen, but if we're going back, Winter Soldier and Iron Man 3 I've still missed.
Iron Man 3 doesn't have anything going on.
I know, but I might as well.
You're killing my OCD right now.
I saw Thor 2.
There's a great video.
Thor 2, I might as well see Iron Man 3.
Okay, good point. If you've seen Thor 2, you have nothing left to lose. but
honestly, gun to my head, I could not tell you a single scene from that movie.
The only, I think there was only one thing of Thor 2 that actually contributes to anything in the Marvel Universe, and maybe an Infinity Stone, and that's all I can think of. That's when they introduced the Tesseract, right?
No, the Tesseract was there from the beginning. No, the Red Stone is introduced.
Power Stone?
Creation? Reality?
Oh yeah, the Reality Stone.
No, power is the purple one from the Guardians. But yeah, what's going on in your life, Keyframe?
What Infinity Stone do you have?
How many Infinity Stones I have? Is there an Infinity Stone for insanity? But no, my week has been a week of perils, a week of trials, 4 days worth of shading hair. I've been, like I've said in the past, 5. Yes, that.
Oh.
Rose quartz.
Your own hair.
Rose quartz.
It took you a week to do your hair?
No. This took a day. Well, not a day. I was just too lazy to wash the excess.
Oh boy, yeah. I'm just zooming in.
When you zoom in, you actually see the details that are in that.
Holy shit, yeah.
There's these moments where you're done finishing one curl, and you're like, hey, I'm making good progress. Zoom out, and then you see that half of the head is left, and it's like... Mother. But yeah, so I finished that, and I finished other things, but I'm spacing out when to release them because I don't want to put out 5 art pieces in one day, because one of them will get lost in the shuffle, and I don't want that for things that I work hard on. But finally, there's only one more piece I have to finish, so all my BronyCon stuff is done, and that's Froppy. I saved the hardest for last because I was just like, Froppy, I love you, but I can't work on you and everything else at the same time. But yeah, I'm going to be going back into Horseland in the next few days, so I have to don my horse gear and my horse fame and go back into that world with my Steven Universe and My Hero Academia art. I feel like there's a jump in logic there. But besides that,
I follow that.
Yeah. Besides that, it was just also just getting ready for traveling, because this next week, letting people know there's not going to be an AWKWARDCast this next coming weekend.
Next weekend,
because
no AWKWARDCast.
because me and the guy down below me is going to be in the jolly old UK for CoxCon, and we came to the conclusion of, we don't trust British Ninja's internet with a game of Heroes of the Storm.
No, we don't do an entire podcast from there.
And also the fact we would only have his MacBook, so one screen, and
so no fancy sharing of screenshots.
Yeah, and then the thing of, well, we would have to have British and Emerald as the guests, and we're going to need to have the Eurocast for the week after anyway, because I won't be here. So it was a cacophony of, well, we always miss at least 2 awkward casts a year, so there we go.
Maybe it is just not worth producing a sub-quality episode with redundant guests just to keep the schedule going. So yes, no awkward cast next week. And the week after with the British cast.
Yeah, I know you guys are brokenhearted. You'll be lost on Sunday. You'll be sitting at your computer staring at an offline screen on ANY's Twitch being like,
how could this happen to me?
It'll start soon. I just have to believe. And then it'll start playing a Gaming and Ties episode, and you're like, nah, exiting out. But yeah, so my week's been pretty uneventful, but the next awkward cast I'm on is going to have like 2 weeks worth of amazing stories.
True.
Let's just hope one of them is not plane flights. I have had enough of annoying people on planes, but luckily I have I know people think weirdly when I say this is good. My flight to England is United, and I've never, ever had a problem with United. It has been my favorite airline to fly on internationally.
Despite their bad reputation?
No, I've never had a problem.
No, that's what I mean. You never had a problem despite United having one of the
bad
worst
reputation.
reputations.
I think I flew United the first time that I flew to Berlin, and it was just the calmest plane experience I had. I could buy Wi-Fi. I could just relax. It wasn't freezing cold in the cabin, and I wasn't afraid of being stuck in Iceland for an entire evening. So
now that'd be a story.
Oh no, that is a story. I'll tell you in the post show. But yeah, so my week's been generally uneventful besides that. And also, just to say to my Twitter audience, I fully despise you. I did a little experiment of being like, hey, for every like this gets, I'll add an extra, sit-up crunch to my workout that I do.
Ooh.
Almost an extra 100. And I did it this morning, so it was like 200 crunches in one sitting.
Oh boy!
Ow.
Yeah, I guess. So
that's why
I'll have washboard abs in no time.
This is why you're sitting a little bit hunched over today. Like my stomach. I can't stretch my stomach anymore. I'm very sorry, guys. It doesn't go up.
And then I had to do extra curls with this because the retweets were curls, and I mean, I appreciate you guys helping me with my fitness, but also, fuck you. I'm in pain, and I blame you instead of my own incompetence of being like, I bet none of my 4,000 followers will want to see me suffer.
Well, 10% trolls seems about right. No, not even 10. Only 2.5% trolls. You can do better.
I'm so sorry that I don't stir the pot. But anyway, how has your week been, darling?
Oh, my week. Ooh. I have an adventure, a story to tell.
Oh boy.
It's full of drama. Actually, not a lot of comedy. It's an entire hero's journey. Yeah, it's full of tragic, an entire hero's journey, full of action and sensation and the love between one man and his bike.
Did your bike break again?
So it started all. Let me take a step back. So one thing to know is I have this little nice nifty kit where there's a pump, stuff to fix the tire, everything. Fuck you too, Keyframe.
Oh, is that what we're doing? Okay.
What the fuck?
No, continue. I was just getting something important.
I would have expected this from Yuri. Nevertheless, so I have this nifty kit, bike repair kit for everything, and I always have it in my backpack when I'm well, always basically. However, on Wednesday I don't do my workout, so I take a different backpack, and I recall being there on Wednesday like, should I switch my nifty repair pack from my workout backpack to my smaller backpack? Nah, I never need it anyways. When have I needed it the last time? I always switch it back forward and back for one day. Yeah, of course my tire broke this day. So I start driving to work. It's a 10-kilometer ride, which is like 6 miles or something. And I'm like 2 miles in, so still far away from work, but also far already quite a bit away from home. So it's not like turning around and pushing it all the way back. So I'm like in the middle of nowhere, like not nowhere, it's Berlin, but still like tire breaks down. I'm like, yeah, I made the conscious decision not to bring my kid. Good job. So
Okay.
yeah, so obvious solution. I just push it to the next train station. I lock it on there. I take a train, go to work. Then I still have my kid with me. I was like, okay, I have to drive home and get my bike and repair my bike tomorrow. So next, I was already stressing out like, so I have to get up extra early, then drive with the train to where my bike is, which is not my usual route, and then fix it. This will be so stressful to still make it to the gym. Until once again, I said hero's journey. So you have a wise mentor who comes to me and is like, dude, why not just pick up your bike after work? Like, why in the morning? So you don't have the stress with the gym and everything. I'm like, this is actually...
Maybe onto something.
Yeah,
here.
you may be onto something. So the next morning, Thursday, I took the train all the way through the gym, had a good workout, felt good about myself, went to work, did my work, then took another train, which is a little bit annoying because I have to pay everything a ride because I don't have a monthly ticket. But okay, so to my bike, and I'm like, I brought my kid, and I'm in front of a supermarket for like 20 minutes, like an idiot, trying to get this tire off. No chance. At some point, I'm like, okay, trying to save face, just turn it around, push it like, this was all planned.
I feel like people were watching like it was the saddest pantomime performance that they ever saw.
Pretty much.
This was some kind. I mean, it's Berlin. Interpretive arts on the street doesn't sound too out of place.
I just try to be like, my ego
Tear
can
falling
take
from
it.
eyes.
Yeah, and a single tear did it. Thankfully, just a little bit up the street was a bike repair shop, and I'm like, good sir, can you give me an ad hoc repair of my bike? Yeah, yeah, we can make Saturday. No. I mean, like, the question was if you can do it right now. Yeah, I can't promise you if it will be tonight, but maybe I can squeeze it in for tomorrow. Like, no. It's cool. Okay, you can't do it. No. And he tries to hold me, and I'm like, no. And my question was, could you do it right here, right now? And you can't, so it's cool. No hard feelings. Just let me leave your fucking store, okay?
He locks the door behind you. You're not going anywhere.
Pretty much. I was a little bit fearing for my life at this point, but I got out there, and I was like, okay, it's fine whether I have the evening in front of me because I got the nice idea of yes, maybe doing it in the evening, which already turned out to be a wise decision. So I already settled on pushing my bike home. While pushing the bike, I checked out on my phone how to use those damn tire loosening gears, and I'm like, this is exactly what I did. What the fuck? This is exactly how I did it. So I'm like, fuck it. to the side again, trying it again, and talented as I am, finally I'm like trying the same trick again, but from the other side it works. So fixed the tire with some rainwater. I found the hole, fixed it, everything on the bike, drove home. I did it. So I did fix my bike.
I have a song to play in honor.
I know. Does this song also fit the next morning when I take my bike?
I want to ride my bicycle.
And that's all we'll play because we don't want to get
copyright
struck.
strike. Good point.
Yeah,
Good point.
royalties.
Well, yes, I wanted to ride my bicycle. Then Friday morning, I take my bike out of the cellar. Guess who has a flat tire?
Is it the other tire now?
No, it was the same tire. I have no clue how.
Oh.
I fixed it with everything, and it was fine for the evening. But I was like, fuck this shit. I tried to fix it, didn't. Still wasted enough time that I could not go to workout on Friday. So I did on Friday exactly what I avoided on Thursday. Missed my workout, but I was like, fuck this shit. I get my bike to the city now. Driving, a third of the way, bum, 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 wider. Driving until it's too flat again. Bum, 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 bum.
I'm waiting for the day that you're like, dude, maybe you should take it to an actual repair center. No, I am man. I can fix this. Lift the bike up, the entire thing falls, and you're only holding the handlebars.
Fun fact is, I took it all the way to work because I know that there is this little Eastern European, under the hand, probably not registered bike repair shop around the corner from work. So after work on Friday, I pushed it over there, was like, hello, dear good salesman, would it be possible to fix this bike for me? Yeah, sure, no problem. $10 cheaper than the other store. They did it right away. And and while I was there, we also agreed to give me unflattable tires.
How are they unflattable? Are they not filled with air?
No, it's actually the outer tire. I'm not sure how you not the air-filled thing within, but the outer one. And,
okay.
And they are called unflattable because you can basically drive through nails and they don't get pierced by it, allegedly. Yeah, I heard them being recommended, so I was like, sure, here, have 40 extra bucks, give me the unflattable.
I like that the unregistered Eastern European basement.
It's actually sub street level.
Basement bike shop made you feel more safe than the guy who was like, no, don't leave. I'll fix your bike.
The scourge of German underground bike repair shops.
Oh, in Berlin, definitely. The black market is. I mean, this guy is amazing. You come in there. Do you have a new lock? Without looking. Oh no, how about a cheaper one?
That sounds
amazing.
It sounds like people I've seen in Manhattan. Just like
it's amazing, this dude. And he doesn't even move. He has his engineer who's doing the actual work, and he's just sitting there with a friendly but kind of sly smile on his face, and just like, this is 50.
It all fell off a truck.
This is €55, including installment. It's amazing. I like him.
He sounds like a D&D NPC.
Come on, he's a merchant who never moved from his spot. Of course he is an NPC. But yeah, nevertheless, this was that. Besides that, my week was filled with Prison Architect.
And no, not just that. It was filled with hey, there. It was also filled with StarCraft 2.
Oh,
to which
cool.
I love the fact that Discord shows what you're playing when you're online, because I love checking Discord and it's like 5:30 where I am. ANY is still online playing StarCraft 2. Next day, God, I gotta fix my sleep schedule. I'm starting to fall asleep during work. So I text him yesterday. I'm like, hey, dude, don't stay up till 5 a.m. playing video games.
Sure. It was 4:30.
What? It's not untrue.
Nevertheless, first of all, it was 4:30, and second of all, It's a deadly combination. I talked about it before. Prison Architect combined with Critical Role is just evil. Evil.
I need to give you an intervention, man.
I know.
Or clock.
But yeah, I guess since you already brought it up, I guess I will have to start with the medium today. Because besides Prison Architect, which I already talked about on the show, and Critical Role, which I will talk about one day when I feel that I'm caught up enough, which will never be the case.
When you're 180 hours in.
Yeah. And besides this Zootopia fanfiction, which I also caught up, and I was very happy that I did not present it before Bill, because it jumped the shark between the first time I was tempted to show it, and I actually had the pictures already loaded for using it as my medium. Because between that day and today, I caught up, and wow.
Was the quality like...
I mean, the quality was here the entire time. Then it did this in form of a shark jump. Not the quality did not peak. It just jumped the shark. And I will probably talk about it after the next chapter comes out, when I know if it is redeemable or if it's just a bonfire to enjoy. Nevertheless, as you said, I played a little bit of StarCraft 2 this week. I finally finished it.
Talked about this already.
I know. I talked about it, but I only talked about...
Talk about more.
Yes!
This is a StarCraft podcast now.
No, the thing is, yes, I talked about it before. I talked about...
I'm sorry, we need a gif of A&Y doing that arm thing. Did your head...
Good.
Nice.
Good luck looping this GIF, because I got deeper and deeper and my headphones drifted off. So this is unloopable.
Just wait till it. Just skip before that part. It still works.
Or take the first time I did it. I believe it was actually a lot better than. Nevertheless, yes. When I talked about it last time, it was just about, hey guys, Wings of Liberty. Get it, it's for free, it's enjoyable. But by now, I have not just played Wings of Liberty, I had played Heroes of the Storm, Legacy of the Void, and even the Ghost Raccoon, not Raccoon, what?
Rocky? Rockets in this game?
Ghost Platoon? I don't know, Ghost Ops,
Splatoon?
whatever.
There's the Squid Kids in here?
Nevertheless, I had the Ghost Raccoon. Okay, I finally... Ghost Raccoon, and it's a female, and it's my new OC. Everybody knows stealing. I wanted to have a female OC anyway. I mean, it was between a rat and a squirrel, so obviously I go for the raccoon. An OC, not my Sona, okay?
I know, but... That's still... Just talk about StarCraft already.
Can Cream stop trying to save internet... No. Stop trying to save internet... data by sitting still the entire time and doing this thing.
I am just waiting for this to pass.
Wow.
Waiting for you to finish digging that hole that you're putting yourself in.
No, he's already dug to China on his way back.
I know.
So
yeah. After finishing Ghost Raccoon, I love this thing. No, I wanted to give a little bit of a roundup. I bought it. You can basically get all the 3 extra campaigns. Either for 40, 50, something like this, or if you just wait for the next sale, keep an eye on Battle.net. There will be another sale, there's always another sale. And so I got it for 20, and for 20, get it. If you enjoyed Wings of Liberty, get the rest. The story, there are certain elements which I'm not going to mention about the very finale of the main campaign. Because the Ghost campaign is kind of like the tagged on thingy where Blizzard was just like, hey guys, we want to have a little bit more money and you want to have a little bit more StarCraft 2, here you go. But yeah, the end of the main campaign, so basically the end of the Protoss campaign, it's getting a little bit weird. If you have played this far yourself already, you will know what I mean. The story-wise, it gets a little bit like... Seriously? That's what we're going with? Oh, okay. But gameplay-wise, it's still. I mean, the story still keeps up. It's the cheesy StarCraft story. It also one good incorporate lore and background and events from the very beginning, from the very first game. It feels like one cohesive, maybe not perfectly written, and a little bit. Yeah, I mean it's a video game story, so am I right? But yeah, they still incorporate all the way back. They still you don't have the feeling that they retcon everything with StarCraft 2 and.
Continue. I'm just listening.
I know, and working out there secretly.
Formerly secretly.
I know. Yeah, but now I lost my train of thought a little bit there. It's something because at some points, especially during the Heart of the Swarm campaign, I was like, are they just completely throwing all the lore that was established around the first StarCraft? Are they already throwing it out of the window? No, they actually found the way back. They all made it cohesive. They all made it conclusive, which was something I really appreciated about the overall storyline. That while they might have pulled some of the elements out of their ass, they still did the work to fit it somehow into the established lore. And, they brought it all up to one conclusive end at the end of the campaign, tying up more or less all the loose strings where I was already like, okay, how will, World of Warcraft, the StarCraft equivalent, so probably Galaxy of StarCraft, how will the Galaxy of StarCraft or StarCraft 3 look like? Because they tied it up all very neatly. If you have played Heroes of Brood War, the expansion of the first one, you will be. This ended on a big ass cliffhanger. So, but yeah, what else? Amazing characters like Alarak, character voiced by John Delancey. Oh, it's now I have to play him in Heroes of the Storm because. He is brilliant. Playing it for him alone would be worth it. So long story short, if you are into it in general, pick it up on the next sale. That's all I can say about it. So, who wants to wake up the audience again?
I do.
You do.
Before I say my media, I had one other thing from this week that I just remembered, but it's a quick thing. It's a Twitter thing. I discovered what a trap is this week.
Okay.
And I discovered it in
Welcome.
I discovered it in the best way possible. So I put every few months or so, I've gotten off the wagon of doing it. I put up progress pictures of like my workout and how much has changed. Mm-hmm. And I get a lot of nice comments and compliments. Thank you, people. But I usually get my other string of comments that are like, are you starving yourself? Or you looked better when you were fat. Fine. I'm always going to get those. But I got one that I found so interesting. They were like, you don't look better per se. You look more trappish. And I was like, walked over. I think I talked to Solar, of all people. And I was like, Solar, what's a trap? And he's like, oh. And he, so thus began a conversation with them. And they were like, oh, it means that you have a boy face, but you have a girl body. Don't worry, I'd still fuck you, though. And I'm like, but it wasn't even like, I'll fuck you, though. It's like, I would still fuck him or her. So this person's not even sure if I'm a girl or a boy.
Huh.
See, most people would get offended. I didn't feel offended. I was more like, I learned something new today. I learned what a trap is.
The internet is beautiful.
But it made me think of a line from Ted 2 where it's like, there are no chicks with dicks, Johnny. Only guys with tits. And so that was that. But anyway, my media. I found a new podcast that I really liked, and it's called
The AWKWARDCast.
Oh no, this is so much better. It's called My Brother, and Me, which is or Mib Ami. for short. And it's literally these three brothers, and it's a comedy podcast where they give advice to people. And it's so funny. It's so good. And you can find many, I think they're on, if you have Verve, I think they're on Verve. But you find a lot of clips and snippets of their podcast on YouTube. And what I wanted to show is that this is one of the most animatable podcast ever. I would say it competes with Cox and Crendor. So people make little animatics or animations based off clips. And I found two that I would like to share.
Ooh. What is your favorite wizard swear? What is there any context to the question, Griffin?
Of course not.
Oh, I think I really like fuck.
What?
I really like
my
fuck.
spell fucked up.
My fucking wand is broken.
Ah, my fucking wand again. Where's my fucking cauldron?
Fucking Snape's right in my ass.
Fucking Snape's on my dick. God. Merlin's beard. Fuck. It's hot in here.
Oh no, he just used it by accident. He used a wizard, an actual
Merlin's
wizard.
fucking beard.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, can you fucking stop extinguishing the lights with your fucking smell? It sucks. We're in a castle. It's fucking dark. It's drafty as shit. Dark all the time. Come on.
Oh, fucking dragon farts.
Okay, I guess more.
Yeah, that's a good place to stop.
Exactly.
This one's a really short one, but
Yeah.
I love it.
So yeah, if you want
I
to
saw
see
this the other day.
if you want to see the whole video, everything we shared, the link is in the description down below, as Philip DeFranco would say right now.
Yeah.
But I would write sort of ice cream themed lyrics like, do you want ice cream? It's a creamy, creamy treat. It's so creamy, soft. It's so creamy, sweet. We got It's a Kadoozies. We got Push Pops too. Come get your ice cream. Don't go to school.
Okay, well, all right.
Come and get your ice cream. Eat it with your friends. When you eat ice cream, the cream never ends. Come and get all the ice cream that we have in our truck. You are gonna love it now. You're gonna love this truck.
Okay. Okay, just kind of just rhymes with truck.
You could also sing. It's really fun to make up ice cream lyrics. Have you guys ever tried to make up ice cream lyrics?
No.
You're saying that? Juice, you want to try make up ice cream lyrics?
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Do an ice cream song. To do your ears hang
This is
on.
ANY trying to be creative.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably should riff more over it, otherwise it's just us showing YouTube videos.
Do you
Showing
want
better
some
podcasts.
cream that's dreamy, creamy cream, and the chocolate
Oh,
flavor
boy.
of vanilla bean or pistachio is good, but not as good as brown. Brown? That classic
Brown.
ice cream.
Okay, but yeah, also not playing
But
the
no,
full
I
video.
I love them so much. There's not much I could say over their clips because I just start
Yeah.
laughing my ass off. But I haven't found one this funny in a long time. So you can find clips on YouTube or find
Yeah.
any of their animations. I know that they have a YouTube channel too. So look up this. It's good.
They're-
And I will say that at least mine was more probably made people laugh and more interested than talking about StarCraft 2 for 15 minutes.
It was not 15 minutes now, was it?
It felt like it.
Oh well.
They have a lot of videos on Polygon. They do Monster Factory and other series like that, which is where I first saw them at. Yeah, Monster Factory is probably one of my favorite series. I think it's hilarious. The McElroy brothers, which I went from, like, over the course of a couple of months, I went from never hearing of them to thinking of them as just guys who just do these goofy YouTube videos to finding out they're basically the god kings of the internet.
Exactly, right? I mean, it's a wonderful discovery, but then you're like, how much of a rock am I under that I didn't know that where they were till now?
Should we rewind to the early part of the podcast? We were talking about my terrible internet. That's basically a hamster running on a wheel powering this whole thing I have.
It's not even the hamster, it's you. You're just taking a break from it, and that's why it's waning.
Have you guys heard of this chocolate rain video?
Oh my god. Have you heard of Charlie Bit My Finger?
Especially
Have you
since
heard
the
of
boys have
E-Bomb's
grown up
World?
by now.
Oh, That hurt. That physically hurt.
But yeah, Canned Cream. Do you want to talk a little bit more about do you have anything left to say about Oxhorn?
I blew my entire load right there at the beginning. I have nothing left to talk about. I just watched I just watched a couple of videos of his. I haven't gotten deep into it yet, but it's like, I mean, I guess you can know based upon the internet series that I ran for a while. I love these videos that kind of go deep into stupid lore and analyze it and try to make sense of all the discrepancies.
Oh my god, he did how many videos on the goddamn announcement stream?
Right.
He has 3 videos, and one of them is 6 hours on the announcement stream.
Wasn't the only thing they announced the new Fallout game?
No, the stream was online for how many hours? Like over an entire day. It was over 24 hours a stream where you just saw this figure on stream. And occasionally, every few hours, an employee came in and just moved something, blew a party, throw some balloons in there. Or when it actually became night in America, they came in, took the puppet, laid it down, put a blanket on top of him, and then dimmed the lights for the next 10 hours.
What?
And it had a consistent viewing of multiple thousands, if not tens of thousands of people, consistently throughout over a day.
What's wrong with you people?
People like Fallout.
That's FNAF levels of obsessed.
This is amazing modern marketing. That's all I can say about it. Wait, we can probably... So just so to get an idea.
Oh, yeah.
You see,
let's relive those moments in real time.
So, okay, no, wait. What is he even doing for 6... Oh, yeah, here you see at the bottom. Here you see he's playing the game in the meantime for 6 hours while nothing is happening. This is a live stream he's feeding into his video. Literally nothing happened. I just jumped an hour forward. Okay, he probably at some point
this guy
realized...
has almost like 1 million subscribers. So he's doing something right.
Yeah, he probably is. And we are doing so much wrong, it's amazing. Anyway, so I guess this leaves us with questions.
I have a question.
Oh boy.
What's wrong? Why? Just why?
This is how marketing works nowadays.
That'll take a long time to answer.
I need to make a live stream where I just have plush frames sitting on the top of my chair for hours and just do it when I'm not home. See how many concurrent viewers that gets.
But keep in mind, you do have to have a payoff. So I mean, everybody knew that it was an announcement that it was building up to E3. They already have I don't know how many subscribers. It was the official Bethesda Twitch channel. So if you have the fitting payoff for it, because otherwise, are you frozen or are you not moving?
No,
not
I'm
you.
Moving.
No, you're
Speaking of announcements, I don't know what the hell just happened. Skype just shut down completely.
Yeah, and you sat there like completely still, and we were like...
The Fallout people heard me, and they're hacking into the internet.
Yeah. But yeah, well, basically what I was saying was, it was their official channel, and they had a build-up. They build up to something. So if you have something you want to announce this way, sure.
Yeah, I'll say there's a massive announcement, and then at the end I'll be like, here's my massive announcement, guys. I got Panda Express for dinner. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
And
I will say, you don't need an announcement at the end. I've seen plenty of live streams that all they are just like a live feed of some street camera that just runs 24 hours a day, and it is weirdly enthralling.
How many consistent viewers?
Couple hundred. Like
Really?
I'm trying. There's like one. I wonder if I can find. It popped up on Tumblr a couple of times, and I've actually watched the thing.
I mean, seriously, I'm sitting here getting 2 other people to join me in a live cast. I have to be here the entire time, every week, and not doing anything would get me...
I would say, hey, do a live street cam thing over your terrace, but then I remember a preschool is what your terrorist views of, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
that-
that may not be the best idea.
No, this could get me a little bit in legal trouble if. Wait, we figured out where the creep is who is filming those children playing every day.
How to get
But-
arrested with ANY.
But guys, something amazing happened. Someone actually submitted a question on Twitter for once.
Oh yeah, this hasn't happened. But fun fact, it's still somebody who is also in my
It's
Discord.
someone from the Discord.
I know,
though.
somebody from the Discord went on Twitter. But yeah, what was the question?
It's from Wolfhead Brony asks, fuck, marry, kill. Batman, Iron Man, and Squirrel Girl. So which one would you fuck, which one would you marry, and which one would you kill?
What were the choices again?
Batman, Iron Man, and Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl. Fuck Squirrel Girl, marry Iron Man, get in that money, and then kill Batman and get that fame.
But wouldn't you get money if you went with Batman or Iron Man?
I think that Tony Stark would be a more tender lover.
That's a good point. Because here's the fun thing, I would also obviously go with fuck Squirrel Girl because she's only girl, right? Then yeah, but you have two rich gentlemen to marry. I don't even know who is canonically richer.
I'm not sure. All I know, Batman owns an island.
Oh, let's find out.
Yeah,
I mean, that's where,
are you going by
that's
the
where
Lego
we-
movie?
No,
You're
Wayne
going
Manor's
by
on
the
an
Lego movie. Oh my
The
god!
true canon.
What? Wayne Manor's also on an island in other games and other shows.
Really? Which one?
I think in the Telltale games, his Manor's also on an island.
Haven't played it. Cannot argue that one. Could be. Yes.
Hold on, I'm going to.
It's often enough on the coast, so he can have a submarine bay, but also not always. And most of the time, it's actually on land.
Yeah, but there's also times where it's on an island.
You're thinking of Teen Tower from Teen Titans.
Am I?
Hey, Key. Bruce
owns
Wayne has
a
a
lot
net
of
worth
land
of
either way.
9.2 billion. Tony Stark has 12.4 billion. So
Okay,
that
so obviously-
alters your
Okay.
choice.
Yeah, so obviously marry Iron Man, and I mean at the end of the day, he's less grumpy. He's actually enjoying life. So having him as a partner seems a lot more entertaining. And I dare to say he would not mind. I mean, I marry him, but since we are both straight, he would probably not mind if we both had our girls over for parties. So he could still have Pepper and and I have Squirrel Girl, as we established earlier. And Batman, yeah, if somebody has to die, sorry. The brooding normal human who throws boomerangs at people who are shaped funny. And who talks in a
We
dark
kill
world.
the Batman.
Oh my god, wasn't there an episode about this? So yeah, Keyframe, as the one straight girl, how does your version of...
Why would you kill Batman?
Now, see, here's the thing, and this is awful that this was the first thing that came to my mind when I read this question. You know how people sometimes have the things they like, that whole meme of the things that guys or girls like to hear in bed, like during. I wondered if that during. I was thinking that Batman, to whoever partner he has, is like, I'm gonna call you Martha during this.
Oh, this is some Dorian Gray shit. No, not Dorian Gray. What's his name?
Oedipus.
No, Gray.
Damien.
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 No, Damien Gray is the immortal man. I'm talking about 50 Shades of Grey.
Christian Grey.
Christian Grey.
I thought when you were saying Dorian, I was like, are you talking about his son? Because that's Damien.
Oh,
Even then,
Batman.
that's Damien Drake.
Yeah,
So-
but there's Dorian Gray. This is kind of a comic book, a completely different comic book character. But no, I was talking about Christian Grey, who at the end of everything, I believe, spoilers, it turns out that he has a heart, that he picks girlfriends he wants to torture because they look like his mom. Yep, that's the final conclusion of this fanfiction, which romanticizes and idealizes the love between Christian Grey and whatever Flat McPaperhead's name is, the girl.
That's just some Oedipus shit right
Yeah,
there.
but please, Mary
Anyway, my Mary fucking kill. I'm honestly in between Iron Man and Squirrel Girl.
For what? For fucking or for killing? Or for marrying?
Fucking and marrying, because...
So Batman is dead, okay.
Batman's still dead.
We all agreed.
Yeah, we'll all agree that Batman's dead. But... Iron Man, I feel like, would be an awesome husband if Pepper's anything to go by. Plus, I could get my own iron suit. However, most people have established that I'm pretty much the same person as Squirrel Girl.
Well,
And
then
Squirrel
that's not
Girl
gay. It's just masturbation.
And Squirrel Girl has an iron suit. So I could borrow it from her whenever I damn well please. However... I have to wonder if there's, like, werewolf-esque powers here. Because if I fuck Squirrel Girl and she's into scratching and biting, do I get the squirrel powers?
Why do I have the feeling you wouldn't even mind?
Because then there were 2 Squirrel Girls in the world. I'm looking for my own self-gain here.
You do know how Squirrel Girl hides her tail, right?
No.
Canonically, she squeezes her tail into her pants and make it look like she has a giant butt, so that people don't realize she has a tail.
That's amazing. I love that.
This character, right?
The problem with me is I would not hide my tail. I would be like, yeah. But
Hey, are comics dumb?
Comics
Squirrel Girl was one of the few people to single-handedly, or the only person to single-handedly defeat Deadpool and Thanos and everything.
And Thanos, I know she's canonically the most powerful superhero.
There is something attractive about that power. I won't lie, but I guess fuck Iron Man and marry Squirrel Girl. There would be a lot of adventures to have there. Plus, there's no risk of well, besides Iron Man, there would be no risk of children. And if I do have a child with Iron Man, that's a lot of child support and alimony to come to me. And then Batman's dead.
I mean, I was going to say, A&Y and I married for money and you married for love, but I was going to give you that credit, but then you turned that right around and you made it about money too.
I didn't marry for love. I married for possible squirrel powers.
Come on, we all killed the orphan who already witnessed his parents die.
All monsters.
Yes, we are all already.
It was going to happen sooner or later.
But
that makes us the greatest supervillains in Gotham.
Next question from Denim. If there was... I'm pretty sure she just asked this because the name of our guest. If there was one food you already eat regularly that you could only eat from a can instead of fresh for the rest of your life, which food would you choose?
Answer the question.
You too.
I don't. Yeah, you have to answer it too. The thing is, I don't eat food from cans. I think the only thing I eat from cans is soup, and even then I eat box soup more than anything. So this is a weird question for me, honestly.
So you're not saying you want to eat canned cream?
I'm not into vor, sorry, but
this term only works when you talk about a female, right?
No, vor just means eating people.
No, but eating. Isn't there also like... Oh boy, this is getting awkward. Too early.
Welcome to the post show.
No, but eating out or something like...
Okay,
May I eat you?
Yeah, that only fits for a girl.
Yes.
Unless it's a very, very messy early thing with the guy. Besides that, I don't know. I guess some kind of fruit. The peaches or some kind of like I guess peaches or pears or some kind of canned fruit. That's fine. I can eat that out of a can. Though then you lose all the nutritional value of fruit because they usually bathe it in syrup so it stays preserved. But there's my answer.
I guess to avoid the obvious pun on CC's name here, tuna, because I often already have tuna out of it. I mean, obviously not sushi tuna, because then you want to have fresh fish, but
If you were in the apocalypse, what stacks of cans do you want to get from the store?
yeah. I mean, tuna is actually probably one of the healthier ones, and now canned cream is frozen.
Oh no.
Oh,
the
yes.
cans killed them.
Yep. Well, guess we used up all his internet data.
Oh no.
Whoop!
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, there he goes. Whoop! And it says pre-show, and for some fucking reason, my camera is not active in here. What the hell?
Wow, the entire show in 1 second just fell apart.
Yeah, tell me about it. Wow. Okay, let's see if he... he's still sharing the screen with you. Yet not anymore. Good.
I guess, do we just answer another question?
I guess we give him a chance to come back. I mean, he avoided to answer the question himself.
Have you ever had canned milk?
I believe so. Like for coffee, we actually had like with some kind of pickle, like an ice pickle, like
A pick.
a pick, yeah, like back in the 90s. No, back in the 90s, there was this can for milk, and it was like, I loved it to punch through holes in it as a small child. Why, too, you might ask? Because so the air can go up on top, and so it doesn't do the flip, but it gives a steady stream. Anyways,
That sounds like a life hack video.
and he's back.
Come
Or
on,
not.
come on, hold together.
Donut. Yeah, looks like we used your internet data for the month, doesn't it?
No, my whole internet just crashed.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why.
You're still a donut, by the way.
Now we just needed to have the
Yeah.
day and why, and all of us would have had crashed at some point in this podcast.
Have you tried turning it on and off again? I mean, seriously, try.
It just did that itself.
Yeah, try to hang up and come in again. Maybe it works.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back.
Hello? Oh, okay. Join it quickly so I don't have to change the format again. Fine, I changed the format again. So, and there we go. So yeah, I had canned milk. Okay, apparently. Oh, there he is.
There he
Yay.
is. So we had to go on a tangent about canned milk. What about you, Can Cream? What?
Oh, I didn't get out of the question.
Nope.
No,
I didn't.
You have to eat something
damn it! You know,
canned.
You throw your modem out of the window just to get out of it and pretended your internet had crashed, but nope. No.
We'll
Yeah.
send you a letter that just says, "Answer the question."
answer the question. You know, I took that time when my internet went out to get my cereal bowl and put it in the kitchen, so I didn't have just a bowl of milk sitting out here going bad. If I had a brain in my head, I would have opened up the cabinet and just picked something out of there. I could have brought back a prop.
Ah.
Good job.
God pineapples. Pineapples come in cans, right?
Yep, they do. They actually do.
That works.
There we go.
You go.
Works.
See, it wasn't that hard. Now from Enigma Royal Prince with a much easier question.
Oh boy.
What are 3 core aspects of your being that makes you you? How has any of them changed throughout life, whether it was your misspelled family, so family, friends, society, social media, and etc. God,
He
Enigma,
always,
I'm glad you're not the one that asked, like, what's your favorite anime 5 times in a row, but, like, come on, man. But I guess we could just do the beginning of the question, because everything kind of leads into that. What are the 3 things that make you you nowadays that you can perceive?
The 3 things that make me me.
I'm not going first.
My head, my shoulders, my knees. Oh wait.
What about-
Okay, 3 things.
Head,
But only
shoulders,
3
knees, and
things.
toes.
I don't have
Knees and
toes,
toes.
apparently.
And not the torso at all. Just
Well,
like a
everyone
bust.
calls me so short. I'm kind of questioning if I do have one.
Maybe I could go with one What makes me? I mean, I have a thing for which is sadly a serious answer. I'm very sorry. Humorous answers coming later from up there or something. A thing for honesty and integrity. So maybe that would be one of the aspects.
Yeah, that sounds like a core aspect.
Yeah. Like being a bit of a straight talker.
Yeah.
This was one. Okay, we go around.
Wait, well,
everybody gives one, and then it goes further. So next one for you, or your first one.
Can I go last?
You only have to know
I
one.
wanted to go last, so I have.
Okay,
no, only
okay,
one. You
okay,
have to only name
one. I guess a core aspect of me is I would say my the thing is, I think about
artsiness.
Well, no, because that's the thing that everyone picks, and that's what a lot of people say. I would say the personal aspect about me is that I'm very much into looking inwards on yourself and being introspective, and not a lot of people like to do that because no one likes to really see the flaws of themselves, even though flaws are benevolent at the end of the day, because if you can acknowledge your flaws, acknowledge the things you do wrong, that's the first step into bettering yourself. And that's my core aspect. I like to try to better myself. I don't like to stay complacent and in one place, because then you never grow.
Ken.
Yeah, you thought you were going to get a jokey answer?
I don't know.
Thought you were going to get dabs are my main aspect of life? Nope. You get the real one.
And Dream, what's your first core element?
Well, as someone who does not need to look into themselves because they're already perfect.
You are an immaculate being.
Oh. Okay, I guess since we're kind of starting with serious answers, I would say I have to. I would say I do have I have a need to please the people around me. I'm very much a people pleaser. I kind of tend to go out of my way for the people around me that I care about, like, even to a extent where it's not healthy for me any longer, and it makes it hard for me to let go of people who could potentially be bad for me. Even though I'm really good at giving other people advice about how to better their lives without taking it for myself.
That is very relatable.
Ken Cream, you were supposed to give one core aspect that makes you you, and not talk again about Keyframe. She already had her turn.
I would be more annoyed if it wasn't true.
I know, right? And this
brings me. Okay, I gave you a free second answer.
This brings me to my second core element: being a fucking troll.
Oh
How long were you setting that up, you complete nerd?
No, he's had it. He had it in the last podcast. He commissioned that artwork.
I paid money for that.
How much did you pay?
Can I retroactively ask to be removed from this entire podcast?
Can I put in a request that every mention of me, the previous podcast gets deleted, not just from YouTube, from the internet?
I would at the end of the day to turn this around into a bit of truth that is behind this. I'm a troll. I'm a prankster. I take barely anything serious. Despite the fact that I'm the boring, uncreative, serious guy who talks quarter an hour about StarCraft, I barely anything take seriously. Which is even with stuff like fandom drama. I'm mostly like annoyed by it. I'm not like drama. No, I'm like, God, grow up, you kids. This is something I can't take drama seriously. I can't take. I take barely anything seriously, and I like to make fun about shit. That's my second thing. So not being funny, because I'm not, and I'm aware of it. Thank you very much.
Well, that's why you're ANY Entertainment. Entertainment doesn't exactly mean funny.
Mm. But yeah, even the entertaining part, I'm not so sure about nowadays. But yeah, Keyframe, what about you? Second.
I could attest to the not taking anything seriously part. Knowing you for as long as I have, I've had so many moments where, like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean this. This is what I meant, and then go on massive tirades of explaining myself, and he's like, no, It's no problem. I don't care. But that goes into I guess it just to reiterate what Can Cream said. I like to make sure that the people I care about are happy, and I have this constant feeling of repayment to people, of feeling this need to make sure that things are okay and make people happy, because 90% of the time I'm the level-headed person in a nursery of man-children. And I mean that with all the love in my heart. I would say that a core aspect of me is I mentally am a lot more advanced in age than my biological age would say. I mean, and people make jokes about me being the little youngster, and I mean, it's true. I'm one of the youngest in our friend groups, but I tend to be more mature than people who are older than me, and that's become what people know me for, at least people in my friend circle, which are the only people at the end of the day that really matter.
Now, you're not talking about anyone in this podcast right now, obviously.
What, that are man children?
Yeah, no.
No, why would I ever say that?
I know, right?
Why would I ever say that?
Can Cream, you need to learn to deal with it.
Yeah.
What you
about
used
you,
that joke
Cece?
already, honey.
Yeah, Can
Man, children, there's ANY sitting with his MLP posters and his Link poster and his Nuka-Cola poster right there in the background with his stupid sunglasses. I can't tell what the one in the middle is.
Kung Fury.
He has one thing above me that makes him not a child. At least he doesn't still own his childhood stuffed animal. That's me holding on to the last threads of my youth.
I actually don't, but I believe I own some stuff that's actually pretty old. I don't know. Can Cream, your second core element.
Yes. You didn't let me buy it for time. God damn it.
Nope.
You had our two answers for time.
Yeah.
I would say maybe this is piggybacking too much off of the last one. I would say I actually take certain things too seriously, and they tend to be unimportant, stupid drivel, but it gets inside my head and becomes all-encompassing.
Yeah.
So for something minor and dumb that really I should just let go ends up becoming like a week's worth of constantly focusing on.
New game theory. Is Can Cream just gender-bent Keyframe from another dimension where there's 90s internet?
But
stay tuned.
But he's also me. Look at him. I mean, especially today I realize we are looking more the same than ever.
He's in a universe where fusion exists, and that's our fusion.
I'm made of love.
No,
I wouldn't go that far. We said fusion, okay?
You're maybe, I wouldn't say you're the Malachite of this universe, but you're something. We're made of.
So this was your number 2. So I have to give a number 3 now. Boy.
I like video games.
No, but it might be a little bit of a side product of number 2 that with not taking a lot of stuff seriously. A little bit of a negative one, actually. A certain lack of engagement of stuff. Because if you take nothing seriously, it's also hard to be enthusiastic about stuff.
Our guest left us again.
Yeah, it happens.
No, I'm over here.
You don't even.
Oh.
You already gave your. Oh no, he still has one more answer to go. That's why he's trying to hide.
Yeah.
But yeah, a certain lack of enthusiasm, commitment. I don't know. I could write a script for a video, but I rather do the hedonistic thing and play some games or something. Yeah.
So laziness.
Yeah, laziness. Sadly, it is nowadays a little bit of a part of what makes me me.
Yeah. I think since my last 2 ones are, one was completely negative, and the other one was they were both benevolent. I just view the negative parts. because I can be more so than people know. I can be quite a cynic about myself, but I want to have a positive aspect, like just a positive one. And I would say that positive aspect is I am awkward. No,
Welcome to the Pros Show.
And that's the show.
I think a positive aspect about myself, it's weird to say because I don't usually give myself compliments. What people usually say about me, I'm driven. I'm driven with more patience than really than most things probably have the right to have patience for. Because I was put into a life where I had a hand dealt to me that was full of shitty situations, and it's like, hey, we're gonna give you an abusive upbringing, the family members that are sick, you have terrible mental health because of that, and you live in poverty and no one believed in you. And when you usually have that hand, you either go on and keep doing something and try to make it out of it, or you succumb to it and become complacent in something, and I didn't want that. And now I'm where I am, in a really good spot where I have financial freedom I didn't think I would have, where I'm known, where people actually come to me and say, you inspire me, you make me think that there is still something good after a bad situation, which means the world to me, because when I was in bad situations, I never could really see the fact that there is something after it. And I think that is a positive aspect about me, that I'm too stubborn to give up. So I'm either hard-headed, stupid, or driven. And I'm sure many people interpret it as the other two, but I'll take the positive one any day. So there you go.
Still fascinating that just because it is the obvious one, you refuse to go for the art one, even though this is your passion, this is what you make your money.
It's too easy to say, but I guess it goes into the driven one because, well, I had to be driven to be like, I'm going to draw cartoons for a living.
Fair enough. I could not be self-employed. I had this conversation not too long ago with somebody who was like, yeah, Keyframe is pretty intimidating. And I'm like, yeah, she fucking is. I couldn't do what she is doing, like being self-employed like this. No, I'm far too much of a chicken for that. I'm really like, I like being I like being just employed. Like having a boss, getting my work, like, hey, do that, and I do it with a certain level of
structure.
But with a certain level of authority in my own field. So when I say like, hey, head of sales, this is not possible in the system, then he's like, oh. But still, at the end of the day, I'm like, hey, I just have my system admin job. I couldn't be self-employed. Fuck, no. Especially not self-made. No. But yeah, Can't Cream, you're number 3.
Yeah.
It can be a funny one now.
Yeah, it probably should be at this point, shouldn't it?
Can't Cream, if you would describe your personality with one word, what would it be?
Creamy.
He didn't get it. Damn it, this was our chance.
Awkward, because of the show name.
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The meme has seen on this live stream and talk about random crap. It's time for Awkward Cast. Random guests and funny gags. It's the Awkward Cast. Artists and analysis. You do not want to miss the Awkward Cast. It's the Awkward Cast.